each piloted by Exion. It's a Hawacha fish, grenades, one on each side. And the fourth ship is a squid piloted by Arius, the Menhet, with a carronade front, Gatling right side, and a Banshee in the back.
And we've just lost the goldfish there to a devastating attack by the by the Pyramidians there. That was kind of brutal. Mehmet now desperately trying to disengage.
The question will this squid be able to get away? It looks like he will be in safety very soon.
Yeah, the Pyro is going for the engines there, but it's successfully disengaged. I'm going to go do another quick sweep through the guns, because apparently our volume is down. Oh no, Mehmet is actually being engaged here. We're going to have to continue with that for the time being, at least until they manage to run to safety. They're continuing to get Gatlinged here. This is very aggressive by the Pyros. They're pursuing very quickly. Dragon's Rage is incoming on the flank towards KG's Ophelia. Watcher goes out, it hits the turners, it hits the side guns, I think it even hits the front guns as well, or at least one of them. Oh, but now Dragon's Rage is finding themselves in an awkward position, sitting in front of Pyra there. That's a meta, a very quick killing machine, but the Pyra takes a Watcher burst to the face. They ram the Dragon's Rage, its armor goes down. If their mortar can get back up again, this could be really unpleasant. KG's Ophelia getting hit by Mehmet. Its balloon might be out of action here, or if it's not, it's badly damaged, and their armor just went down. They're sort of pinned to the pinned to the floor there.
Yeah, those highways are a death to any pilot. Once you get yourself stuck in them, it's very hard with all the spikes to get out.
Indeed, it's something of a nightmare. Okay, KG's Ophelia, though, their armor is down, but they're underneath the Mehmet, but if they bump, they will have a bad time. Okay, their armor's just back up in time. They're really getting bullied by this squid here. But the Dragon's Rage... Oh, an exchange of fire there. Watcher going into the Pyro while the Dragon's Rage continues to get hit. But now KG's Ophelia is trying to run forward and engage the Dragon's Rage. That will expose them to a Gatling carronade fire. KG's Ophelia hanging on by the barest thread. If a Banshee goes into them with their armor down now, well, if a Gatling shot goes into them, then that's exactly what happens. And now Pyro there finds itself facing Dragon's Rage and Menhet at the same time. Dragon's Rage armor up when the mortar goes out. Oh, and now they've been watchered and are being gatlinged and are being everything, and this is almost certainly the end for them.
Oh, well, they did manage to get the hole up in the last second, but it's not really going to help them because their ally did spawn in very close. This might be a... Yes, it is. It's a terrible mistake. The desynced spawning.
This is almost certainly going to be a meat grind. They're trying to disengage.
Get out of it. They did back into a wall, so there goes the Hawacha into their empty hull. It's certainly a death for a Pyramidian.
Indeed. Alright, just in case, because we missed the loadouts at the start there and we've got a couple of seconds. Goldfish has double carronades and a Watcher. Squid has a front carronade, side Gatling, rear Banshee. The Ophelia, which hasn't spawned back... Oh, wow! What? I think they didn't want to carry on with the squid damaged and they rammed it, maybe? But
I am not sure about that. It looked a bit unintentional. The squid might have bottomed down on one of these highways and tried to get out of there, and the goldfish maybe have not noticed early enough and bumped into him.
Oh
but it may have been intentional. It might have been a tactical suicide, which would give them an advantage in next engagement.
Ah, well, that was interesting nonetheless. So yes, Ophelia, Gatling, carronade, side Banshee, side flare, and the Pyra is a meta front Gatling mortar, side Banshee beacon, double beacon. That's an interesting choice. So the beacon is one of those weapons that's nice if you can land it in the balloon, but I suppose they won't be using those side guns that much in these configurations. That was just bizarre.
Yeah, I wonder what they were thinking there. but it might have been a good idea. I mean, at very least, they were being gentlemen and they were giving kills to the allied enemy team. I mean, at
Yeah.
the very least.
Okay, so apparently, Water, you're a little bit quiet and far away. I've tried turning up your microphone. I don't have any positional audio set on this, so that shouldn't be a factor. But for the time being, let's get back to the action. Hopefully, you're audible, Water. If you're not, I apologise. Once again, I was sort of called in at the last minute here. So, all right, so. Opening engagement went reasonably well for the Ophelia and the Pyra. They managed to get the drop on the goldfish pretty effectively. The second engagement less so. The squid managed to sort of grind down the Ophelia, which I think is what they're after. The Watcher was pretty effective at keeping the Pyra locked down. I worry about whether or not they can keep the meta sort of in its Watcher cage. What do you think, Waters?
First off, can you hear me? Second off, I don't know. I mean, a Pyramidian has been said that it's a good counter for a goldfish, but I wouldn't fully agree because since the Hawacha is so strong, it can disable a Pyramidian, head to the side, maybe disable the engines, or bring down their hull with a Gatling gun. Since the goldfish does not have a Gatling gun upon it, it'll have to rely on the squid taking out the enemy's hull. So they will try to go for the disabled, of course, hoping that the squid is going to be the kill factor, and the Hawacha fish will just try to keep an enemy busy, I'm guessing.
Well, the Mehmet here is getting itself into an odd position for a squid. On the other hand, its balloon is largely intact and it has all of its engines, which is interesting for sitting in front of a Pyra with a Gatling and a carronade. I would have thought that the carronade would be either hitting the engines or hitting the balloon. Its balloon is a little more damaged now. Pyra the and Dragon's Rage are exchanging fire. Cage's Ophelia taking hits. Armor is down. It's getting bansheed. 50% of its perma gone. It's going to try and ram Menhet here. Dragon's Rage suffered about 50% perma hull. Cage's Ophelia goes down. Let's go and watch the... Oh! Pyra... Oh!
They finally got the armor break, which is astonishing without a Gatling, but they did it very well.
Yes, it looked to me as though the Pyra had bottomed out and then the Watcher had gone in, possibly with a little bit of assistance from a ram there.